Hi, my name is Suzanne, and I've been working with the Biopulsar Aura technology for over 20 years now. And prior to using the Biopulsar, I worked with other Aura systems, and I even bought one of the competitors. So why did I switch to the Biopulsar? Well, it was for a few reasons. And the main reason was my reputation. Because there was no evidence to the changing aura on the other systems I worked with, I didn't trust the measuring. From 1 minute to the next, the aura and the chakra flow would be totally different. Now, sure, a real aura changes based on your thoughts and what you're doing, but if you're doing nothing, why would the aura change so readily? Am I a lunatic? Is everyone crazy? Well, maybe so, but when I asked one of the manufacturers, they explained it away by saying the aura is always changing. Another manufacturer showed me the inside of her aura system, and it was a color random generator. Literally a spinning wheel. I've been studying energy medicine for almost 30 years now. And if you have a health issue, then you should see this over and over again in the aura. It's the same thing with an emotional issue too. If you're grieving daily, then your aura should show that grief. If you have reoccurring stress in your life, this should reflect in your aura somehow. With the Biopulsar, I can always validate an emotion, a thought pattern, a health issue, or other blockages because the Biopulsar will always show the evidence. Other systems have few measuring probes and they don't even tell you what they're measuring. And because I have studied computer programming, electronics, reflexology, and other sciences, I have an idea of why technology is built. And this is why I couldn't back other devices. Most biofeedback systems have only 1 or 2 sensors, and a single sensor is only able to measure one point. For example, some sensors have a probe in the wristband, which only measures an energy channel. This method can only measure the accumulated data of that channel, but not individual organs. And some systems have a wand that you can place on the different parts of the body. This is more difficult, and it is a flawed method of analysis. If you press too hard or you miss the point, you'll skew the results. Plus, measuring with a single point probe can take you 30 to 60 minutes to measure the whole body. Now, Martina Gruber, the inventor of the Biopulsar, explained it to me that we are measuring the pulse of each organ indirectly through the extension of the meridians. This is via the organ reflex zones on the surface of the hand. Plus, every organ is connected to the brain, and every organ belongs to a system network. The Biopulsar's accumulated data derives at more precise measuring results. Other systems do not show a connection to the body. So how do you know that the data is accurate? How can you possibly take a reading of the whole aura with only a couple sensors? Every organ in your body pulsates a frequency, including your thoughts or frequency. And this data is important when you're doing a complete holistic examination. Other companies may try to sell you on the fact that they have these reports. However, these reports are generic and they're no different than reading a book and self-assessing. Granted, you might be able to offer an intuitive reading combined with the report, but seeing evidence is believing. Aura technology has evolved over the years, and some devices have never really evolved. Also, the expectation of people has risen. Because of the internet, people are becoming more informed and expect more accurate information. The Biopulsar shows you exactly where the connection is to any blockage, and some of the blockages have been there many years and can be hidden from both the client, the healer, or the therapist. As an aura counselor, I can bring up issues that a person has forgotten about because the aura does not forget. And yes, we have reports that can be generated. However, we teach you how to read an aura from scratch. Another point to remember is that the people who are behind the development of the system, most inventors of technology are not clairvoyant or licensed practitioners. Martina Gruber, the inventor of the Biopulsar, is licensed in Eastern TCM, homeopathy, and she's also trained in Ayurvedic medicine. As a young person, Martina could see the aura, your energy centers, and the health of your biofield. Martina wanted to bridge the philosophies of Eastern and Western medicine, and she did exactly that with the Biopulsar. It took Martina many years to develop the Biopulsar, and in Europe it was certified as a medical device. We sell the Biopulsar as a research tool, and if you're licensed to diagnose, you can use the Biopulsar for that reason. However, I'm an energy lifestyle coach. I teach people how to balance their body, mind, and spirit. And as part of the training, you learn how to interpret the data in its different screen presentations. Now, the Biopulsar is an excellent tool to monitor a client's progress and for different biofeedback applications. Often when people have a health issue or a problem with their energy flow, it can take months, if not years, to rebuild the area of weakness, which brings me to another point. Without addressing the issue, the blockage will keep repeating itself. Let's take an example. If you have a poor diet, injecting yourself with energy may temporarily create relief, but that doesn't mean your poor diet won't eventually cause more damage. When you dismiss the psychological issue behind the problem and you think that you don't have any work to do, that's denial. We need to start taking responsibility over our body, mind, and spirit wellness, and this can only be done if we know ourselves. Now, systems that do not show you exactly what's going on and only give you reports or fancy screen presentations with no evidence is not empowering you. Rather, you're kept in the dark. You need to see all aspects of your energy, which encompasses the relationship to your body, your emotions, your thoughts, and your beliefs. And when you start working with the Biopulsar, you'll have that visual proof that will strengthen your intuition. The Biopulsar is intuitive based because the colors of the aura can mean so many different things. The more you do personalized readings, the more your intuition will assist you in assessing what the colors mean. And our company provides you with a lot of educational materials that will teach you the facts about colors and what they mean. After all, we are color energy. Our emotions are vast, and the different colors relate to our different emotions. As well, both the color and the numerical value of the organ shows you where you need to focus. The Biopulsar takes the guesswork out of what the client needs to work on. I use the Biopulsar with every client so they can see for themselves where their weakest links are, and together we can create a healing protocol that will ensure their success in correcting their imbalances. This is not a placebo effect. Over the last few decades, I have created dozens of support handouts that you'll receive that will include client homework sheets as well as practitioner reference guides. You will stand out and be able to differentiate yourself from practitioners that are in the same field as you. The Biopulsar is 90% accurate in showing you the real aura, and not just a few colors, but every emanation from all parts of your body, from your feelings to your physical wellness. And why wouldn't you buy the Cadillac of holistic technology? You deserve to work with the best, and your clients deserve the best. And yes, the Biopulsar is more expensive than other systems, but you can do more with it, and you'll find your business revenues will be greater. Ask about our menu of services so you can see the different sessions that you can offer. And because our Aura system encourages repeat business and allows you to offer many services, this can increase your revenues considerably. If you add in products to the fold, you can triple your revenues, and you can earn a full-time income doing a part-time business. When I worked with the other system, people expected a psychic reading, and they didn't come back as the information I provided was more amusing than serious. When I started working with the Biopulsar, my clients were delighted when I could show them details of their energy that other systems couldn't show. And I'm not talking about a psychic reading, I'm talking about the visual proof of what they could see. I want to share a story with you. When I first started working with the Biopulsar, it was really interesting because I was doing this reading of this woman and her aura was showing lots of beautiful green. However, there was this gray band coming through her reproductive area. And she actually pointed to it and said, "This must be my hysterectomy." And I went, "Oh, well, that's rather interesting. Okay, it makes sense. We're seeing gray in the reproductive organs." She had a hysterectomy. Now, several weeks later, I came across the same thing, and I said to the woman that I was doing the reading for, "Can I ask you a question for research?" And she said, "Sure." I said, "Have you had a hysterectomy?" Sure enough, she did. And this continued. Every time I saw gray in that area, I would ask the woman, "Did you have a hysterectomy?" So I started to understand the accuracy of what I was seeing was absolutely part of their aura field. Because of the work I do, I attract a lot of people who are on a spiritual journey and who are tired of our current medical system. In fact, one buyer of our system recently told me that he bought the Biopulsar to take his own health into his hands because he had a situation a few years ago that resulted him going to emergency. And after a couple days, many tests, and a $10,000 bill, he was no closer to understanding what happened. They couldn't find any answers as to what caused his pain. Now, clients love the color energy products that I sell them to assist in their balancing of energy. And the live biofeedback of the aura changing is a powerful visual. I can use it to test products, even mental control, and as I mentioned, I monitor a client's progress over time. It can take years for some deeper shifts to happen, and most people give up. And in fact, most people within 24 hours forget about their pain or problems. And because people don't see their changes over time, that's why they give up. But the visual of showing them the changes is so empowering. And if you'd like to see a comparison study of how other systems compare to the Biopulsar, let me know and I'm happy to email this to you. As well, if you'd like to learn how you can become part of our elite team of international Biopulsar owners, give me a call and I'll tell you how you can get started. And remember, there is a leasing and our in-house financing program that's available for you to take advantage of. Simply call me at 1-800-225-1226 at extension 511 and let's discuss your needs.